Welcome back in our episode of NBA 2K14, and the last episode, as of earlier, one of the most best shot of the game in our close one here in Denver Mile High, as the Dallas Mavericks defeat the Denver Nuggets by 3, 110 to 107. Ty Lawson got 27 points and 9 assists. Nate Robinson got 23. Dirk Nowitzki got 28. And Monte Ellis got 20 points in a huge big win for the Mavericks to keep continuing the playoff hopes dream alive. And now let's check up some presentation is ready and good to go. So coming up next, we got the two of the interconference and the rookie, and it's not rookie, two of the interconference battle in the playoff race, featuring Paul Millsap and Al Horford of the Atlanta Hawks take on Damian Lillard and LaMarcus Aldridge of the Portland Trail Blazers. For this game, the Hawks gonna use the blue and the Blazers gonna use the white. And that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin. We'll be right back after this. Enjoy the video here at the Rose Garden in Portland. Anyways, let's get started. Enjoy the video. And now we are going to send to Kevin Harlan here in Rose Garden. Anyways, enjoy the video and let's get started now.
Hi and welcome. This is Damon Bruce and you're watching 2K Sports. It's Wednesday night basketball. It's the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Portland Trail Blazers. And now let's toss it over to Kevin Harlan with the rest of the 2K crew. I'll catch you at the break.
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from Portland as the Trailblazers take it to the hardwood here at the Rose Garden. We've got a chance now for our starting lineups from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. And breaking down the game, let's take a look here at Thomas Robinson.
And as rebounders go, guys, he is amazingly active on the boards, relentless. And it serves two purposes. One, it gets him a lot of rebounds, of course, but a lot of toll on the opposition. He'll wear you down.
He's one of the tougher players you'll ever see. Sometimes he comes away from games pretty banged up, but you'll never hear him complain about it or let it affect his performance.
Atlanta right now in the middle of a road trip. They've got a good chance to prove themselves in what is going to be a very difficult part of their schedule coming up. Guys, with the bulk of their games coming up on the road, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it's really tough what they're going through right now. The situation they're in, doubt starts to creep in, especially as the losses mount, and that just makes them as a team more and more vulnerable.
You're right, Clark. They seem to be in such a terrible state of mind at this point. No confidence. It feels like the players may not be trusting the coaching staff, trusting each other. It's been very disjointed in terms of the style of play that we've seen from them lately. He's such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything. Well, for the Portland Trailblazers, a new training staff hired over from Oklahoma City. They let go of their previous trainer who'd been with the team for 19 seasons. Fair or not, I think the seat got hot after all the injuries that were really devastating this team.
On defense, Atlanta, 4-point game. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss.
Yeah, they were totally disjointed. And sometimes you have a night like that. Nothing goes in the basket. It's just pure frustration.
Well, you can call it any number of things, Steve. Disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated, dysfunctional. Any of those would fit.
And for the Blazers, statistically the most injured team in the NBA, Clark, from 2009 through 2004.
And the new training staff is advancing not just injury treatment, but injury prevention. And that's key, using strength bands, recording baseline measurements for muscle strength and flexibility, even using Eastern medicine. So they're not leaving any stone unturned.
And here is Teague after the three-pointer from McCollum. Williams outside. Another three for Atlanta.
This is great. Three-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Lights checked in.
Well, it clearly was a tough rookie season for Thomas Robinson, guys. He really struggled to find his shot, and right now is trying to figure out how to score effectively in the NBA. I just think it's going to take him a little time because he's undersized as a power forward and not quite skilled enough yet to play the small forward.
And there was the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending play.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
A different look now for Portland. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Thomas Robinson. And Mo Williams subbed in for Damian Lillard. And for Robinson offensively, do you think he can turn it around, Steve?
Well, he's got a lot of athleticism. I think he's best suited as a rebounder, a guy who can come in with great energy probably off the bench, but he doesn't have a polished offensive postgame at this point.
Crabs checked in for McCullough. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Hawks.
Well, they've come out of that locker room with the hot hand. Those jumpers have been falling for them.
And the fact that they're playing well close to the hoop, finding points in the paint, I mean, they've got it all going tonight. You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
Aldridge defended by Scott.
Well, Mike Budenholzer, the new coach of the Hawks, spent 19 years with the San Antonio Spurs, including 17 as an assistant. Boy, you couldn't ask for a better teaching ground than that.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Elton Brand. Here's Cram. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, I was able to speak with Mike Budenholzer for a minute. He knows they're up against a team that plays best when they're getting to the rim. He told me that their number one concern is going to be sliding over to help on any drives and closing up any lanes to the hoop as quickly as possible. Good rotation is key, guys.
Thanks again, Doris. 1:44 left in the first quarter of the game. It's Williams with the drive. Gets it to go. Back to Budenholzer, who's with the Spurs for 19 years. Steve, the Spurs, the winningest team in pro sports over the last 15 years.
Yeah, I'm glad that Budenholzer has finally gotten his chance. I played for him. For 4 seasons. He's a guy who loves the game. He's very dedicated, hardworking, and has learned from probably the best coach in the NBA during his time in San Antonio.
Shelvin Max checked in for Atlanta. Crab kicks to Leonard. Scott's there. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Three-pointer right. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Wright's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. Back to Scott. Passes to Cunningham. No one near him. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like it.
And Clavert kicks to Crab. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Carroll's running. Mack dishes to Cunningham. He feeds it to Carroll. Baseline J on the way. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Williams kicks to Clavert. 34 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Williams. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep. Here's Mack. Back to Scott. He dishes it to Korver with the shot. And the Hawks getting another basket right there. There's 14 seconds left here in the first quarter. Williams kicks to Crab. Back to Williams. The pass to Clavert. And the Trailblazers another 3. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
This could be a back and forth game all the way, guys. The way being played. This is fun to watch.
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Trailblazers lead by 2. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break.
Tune in next Sunday, March 9th. Paul George and the Indiana Pacers take on Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks. Live from Dallas. Big-time hoops coming your way.
Welcome back, folks. We have a... Close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Trailblazers.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. Teague out there with Sheldon Mack. Then it's Jerry Stackhouse. Then it's Mike Scott. And it's Horford at the center position.
You know, something we're seeing less and less of these days, that little finger roll.
You know, one of the things you love about Aldridge is his offensive versatility. I mean, he's a big guy that's obviously a threat in the post, but he's really worked to make himself a threat from the elbows, the edges of that foul lane area, and he's quite dangerous there, too.
The Atlanta making some changes. Grant comes in for Mike Scott. Lewis Williams subbed in for Sheldon Mack. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
He kicks to Stackhouse. Brand trying to free himself up. Stackhouse, good. And going back to Aldridge, Clark, great skill in his really move.
Good point, Kevin. Defenders try to front him in the post, and he'll continually roll right to the rim or across the lane to create a better passing angle for his guards.
Backing down is Brand. Again, the Hawks score. Trailblazers leading by 4. Lillard with it, and it's Horford picking him up. Lets it go from the wing. Horford with the block. McCollum kicks to Lillard. Aldridge trying to break free. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Williams. And the rejection by Batum. Lillard, right side. Fires from deep. Atlanta with the rebound. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
And, you know, this is a team you want to capitalize on when you play them, but that wasn't the case last year. They split 2 games.
The 3 ball gets the bucket. It's a 9-point Trailblazer lead for Atlanta. They've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And to touch on Steve's point real quick, I bet they consider that game they lost to them to be the one that got away.
And I would think there's no doubt they're going to be looking to rectify that and sweep them this time around.
Teague kicks to Williams. The 3. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 4 assists now tonight.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
So timeout call here, the first for Portland. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
In a loss like that, guys, you just got to flush it down the toilet and put it behind you.
Yeah, you do, Steve, but it's much easier said than done. I mean, it's hard not to dwell on the type of poor performance it was for them.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Paul Millsap's checked in for Stackhouse. And it's Schroeder in for Jeff Teague.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throws. Beautiful to watch.
Horford sets a screen for Williams. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. Second team foul. The shot by Millsap, and he sinks the shot coming off a strong pick. Millsap's got his second bucket of the night.
Solid screen right there that freed him up for the jump shot.
Well, Elton Brand is a former #1 overall pick back in '99, guys. And despite that, was one of the most underrated star players from his days with the LA Clippers. Now he's starting to slow down. He's on the other side of that career mountain, if you will. But he's still a quality big man.
Good. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Leonard. No good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Williams inside, defended by McCollum. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Trying to make it a 3-point play. And Brand always has played bigger than his 6'8" height with those long arms of his.
Yeah, and an underrated defender, Kevin. Offensively, he's always been a very consistent mid-range jump shooter. He can score around the basket. But he guards the post pretty well.
And the Hawks making a change here. Korver's checked in. Williams gets to McCollum. It's good. Great play by Williams to set up. And that's now 9 points for C.J. McCollum. Back to Millsap. And there's the feed to Korver. That's good. Now a timeout called by Portland.
Well, they were getting tired out there. A quick timeout gives them an opportunity to catch their breath. You go back to the 2006 draft when Paul Millsap was taking 47th, guys. Now remember, he had led college basketball in rebounds in all 3 of the years he played at Louisiana Tech. 3 straight years leading the NCAA. That's something that never had been done. Not even by a 4-year play. And he ended up being drafted 47th. Hard to figure how that could happen, but he's made the most of his time in the NBA.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Victor Claver, he's checked in for Aldridge. Wright comes in for Nicholas Batum. And Krabs subbed in for McCollum. And Clark, going back to that 2006 draft you were talking about, it wasn't exactly stacked. In fact, Nosep might be the second best player in that draft class, Steve, after LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, it's amazing when you look back. I mean, how did he slip through the cracks all the way to the second round? He might not have had prototype size for the power forward position, but it's all about production, and he was one of the great rebounders the college game had ever seen.
There's been a huge discrepancy between these teams and their effectiveness from the three-point line.
And you really notice it at that end of the floor where they continue to get open looks and knock them down. Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Williams gets to Corbin. The high post shot. Again, the Hawks score.
They're earning their points with the jump shot now.
Yeah, 6 of their last 10 points coming in that in-between range.
Williams kicks to Crabbe. White defended by Corbin. Pass to Williams. And the Trailblazers another 3.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Here's Schroeder. Williams with the block. That'll do it for the first half. Trailblazers out in front. They're up by 10. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
And everything is in place and ready to go on the halftime show for this Wednesday night. Portland with the lead against Atlanta. They're facing a team with a lot of talent, but haven't backed down. Mo Williams, Mo Betta. We're at halftime, and still, he hasn't missed a shot. It's been a pure shooting exhibition. And the Hawks are still in it, going all out. They've been working the ball inside, getting in close, easy points around the rim. Lewis Williams really playing effortlessly. What he's been able to do from the field has been nothing short of spectacular. Only a select few players in the league can shoot the ball like that. Some close games out there. Let's get to them. The Nuggets are at Pepsi Center, trailing to Dallas. About midway through the third out there. And another game going on. The Bucks have the lead out in Milwaukee against the Kings. 9 points is the difference in the third quarter. And here's a look at the other NBA action from around the league. The Utah Jazz trailing the Wizards out in Washington. Saddled with an 11-point deficit there in the third. Now let's head back out to the start of the second half. Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke take it away.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Really an incredible game from Lou Williams.
Yeah, he played a very mature first half offensively, just finding gaps and making good decisions, getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about, was to say. Offensive efficiency.
Batum and Aldridge are the power tandem. Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. And it's Robinson in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Teague, the pass to Millsap. Feeds it to Williams. The dish now to Horford. And the call will go against Thomas Robinson. That is his first foul of the game.
Tough call there and a tough break for the defense.
But, you know, I think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
Horford goes in. And the basket good.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Well, what I like about him is that even when he has the ball in the post, he sees the whole court. He's aware of his teammates. He knows where the defense is. And he's constantly trying to get a teammate the best possible shot.
That's right. Don't forget about his great outlet pass. It's a lost art in this day and age. I love the way he gets breaks started by getting the ball out ahead of the pack.
I think he's been kind of passive today. You know, maybe that one will get him going. I think for them to be successful, he needs to be the one to do the bulk of the scoring.
Lillard against T. Knocks it loose. Kicks it out to Lillard. Goes up on the wing. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
He is feeling a terrific percentage from the field.
The Hawks have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
Yeah, this is a very good free throw shooting team, guys. I mean, you look at the numbers, impressive.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
And the Trailblazers on number 3.
Damian Lillard, fellas, a deadly shooter. He set the record last season for three-pointers by a rookie with 185 made threes over the season.
Lost to Brand. Aldridge is there. Right block shot. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And it's 8 points for Brand.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Rejected by T. Here's Millsap. Rejected by Batum. Williams. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Horford's got 5 points now in the quarter. And then Robinson slams it in.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
There is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right. Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
And you know, Steve, in addition to a three-point shot that works for Damian Lillard, it seems like night, he's also able to get in the lane and get to the line. 6'3", a very strong frame for him.
Does he remind you at all of Chauncey Billups?
There's a little bit. Maybe not
not as thick, but both great shooters. The strength to power their way inside, and also the kind of the presence, you know, very steady and calm.
Jared Cunningham, he's checked in for Lou Williams. Here's Cunningham using his post move to get the 2 points.
That's a nice play there. The more contributors this team can get, the better.
Trailblazers leading by 4. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. And it's blocked by Batum. Tries again. Paul Millsap again. Millsap's got 10. Portland's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Here's Aldridge. Sinks the three-pointer.
The team with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
Yeah, and unless they make some rotations and closeouts defensively, there's more to come, Clark. Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammates.
Robinson with the jam. There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go Clark right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Lou Williams is checked in for the Hawks. Teague comes in for Sheldon Mack. Here's Millsap. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Millsap's got 8 here in the quarter.
They're on fire from mid-range, guys. They found a weakness in the defense, and they're exploiting it to a T.
Not often you see a team rely on that shot like they have.
Here's Williams, and it's blocked by Wright. Williams, guarded by Wright. And Atlanta again with the bucket.
Guys, he's one of the main reasons this game is tied up. I mean, he's done his part to keep them in it.
McCollum kicks to Williams. They get it back. Leonard. Soft touch off the glass. Leonard's got his first 2 points of the night.
Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys.
There's 39 seconds left here in the third quarter. Teague for three. Another three for Atlanta. Mark and Steve, this game has a lot of character here in the third period.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I love seeing this type of action. Competitive, compelling matchup. A lot of lead changes here so far.
Yeah, 6 in total, Clark. So this has been a great game. Both teams playing hard and really competing out there.
Outside Williams, all alone. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 6 assists in the game. Outside Williams. Kicks to McCollum. Launches a three. That's the bucket. McCollum's got 12 in the game.
But his performance from long range has been incredible.
I know that was your shot, Steve, and today it's his too.
Here's Cunningham. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
It's all tied in Portland. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next.
Playoff spots hang in the balance. Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks go up against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors next Tuesday, 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Atlanta's gone a terrific 5 of 6 from beyond the arc in this game. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Hawks. Paul Millsap out there with Elton Brand. Then there's Lewis Williams. Then it's Sheldon Mack. And it's Horford at the 5 down low. Here's Matt. Fires from 14, and he gets the jumper to drop.
But now both of these clubs really in a groove here.
Already a high-scoring game, but it has become an offensive showcase down the stretch.
Williams, that's a two-pointer. In Atlanta again with the bucket. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive. Attacking and coming away with steals.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Picked him clean. Unhindered, going all the way.
Textbook example there. How to use defense to create offense.
Yes, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Lillard, the pass to Crabbe, out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trail Blazers. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That sets off a 5-game tour for them.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how that Memphis game turns out.
The Hawks trail by 3. Williams dishes to Horford. And it's blocked by Claver. Lillard on top, defended by Matt. And Damian Lillard with the jam. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Atlanta making a switch here. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, I had a chance to find out what the Trailblazers head coach was going over with his guys. We can't let up now. If we stay and make a few plays, we'll be right back in it. His message was clear. Stay the course, Kevin.
And a dunk by Horford.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. Two hands and hammer it down.
Kraft kicks to Lillard. And the Trailblazers, another three.
Well, there's plenty to like about him as a player, but one thing that really stands out is quick trigger. He can catch the ball in space, defenders all over him, but in an instant, lets that shot go, and he is accurate.
And you know what else, Steve? Watching him run the pick and roll is like watching poetry in motion. I mean, this guy has that basic play down pat. He's unstoppable when he runs it.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Aldridge comes in for Victor Clavé, and McCollum subbed in for Craig. And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got 7 now in this quarter.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
Knocked loose and stolen by Lillard. Leads him in there. And Aldridge, the basket on the assist by Lillard. And it's an 8-point Trailblazer lead.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes. Like conducting an orchestra.
That's good.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
The Trailblazers have gotten all 8 of their shots in the fourth quarter to drop. Truly remarkable.
He will take the ball right into the teeth of the defense.
Here's Schroeder. Dishes it to Williams. Brand outside. Robinson with the block. Tries to keep it alive. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Lillard outside. Lillard right side. Fires the three. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
Williams passes to Schroeder. Rejected by Robinson. Hope they get it back. Williams gets the bucket.
This quarter has brought out the best in him, fellas. Even though they're still trailing, he's been impossible to contain.
Robinson goes in, and that one's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 9. Hawks have got into a pretty good groove going for here in the final quarter. Here's Schroeder. Again, the Hawks score. Here's Lillard. 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the foul on Elton Brand. That's foul number 2 for him.
And, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast. I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation. And I'll tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Williams kicks to Schroeder. It's Brand with the drive. Gets the bucket. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question about it. That would be all she wrote.
And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. Damari Carroll comes in for Elton Brand. Jerry Stackhouse is checked in for Paul Millsap. And it's Jared Cunningham in for Lou Williams. And they go to the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Al Horford is checked in for Mike Scott. Brand comes in for Damari Carroll. Paul Millsap's checked in for Jerry Stackhouse. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Jared Cunningham. Here's Schroeder. Again, the Hawks good for 2. 23 seconds left in the game. And so they foul intentionally. Drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So for the Hawks, Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. And Damari Carroll subbed in for Paul Millsap. Here's Schroeder.
Yeah, no way you can come back from this deficit.
Just not enough time left on the clock.
Sinks it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And an intentional foul right there. Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And the Hawks making a change here. And a tough break is a second attempt at the line. No good. Outside Millsap. Williams nails the trains.
It's been a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range. He's in a groove. That trade has just been dead.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
Second one is good. Hitting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
And it just feels like those are the free throws that probably put this game out of reach.
And so it's Portland winning this one. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Britt, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan player of the game, Damian Lillard.
Tight and tight as the Blazers beat the Hawks by 5 points, 116 to 111, as Damian Lillard got 27 points with 13 assists. Marcus Aldridge got 20 and 37 points for Lou Williams in a huge big one for the Blazers as the Blazers take out against the Atlanta Hawks by 5 to keeping playoff hopes. Let's check out some daily view update on the next game on March 6th. We got our first game, the second in battle of the NBA Finals rematch. It's gonna be LeBron James of the Miami Heat take on Tim Duncan of the San Antonio Spurs. Oklahoma City Thunder take on the Phoenix Suns. And our second game, we have a Battle of LA once again. It's gonna be Chris Paul and Blake Griffin of the Los Angeles Clippers take on Kobe Bryant and Steve Nash of the Los Angeles Lakers. Now it's gonna check out some playoff picture updates. Miami still the first, as there's no chance yet to see the clinch the playoff berth. Chicago, Detroit, Philadelphia, Indiana, Washington, Atlanta, Orlando, and the hunt was Milwaukee, Toronto, Brooklyn, Charlotte, Boston, and New York. In the hunt, it was it's not in the hunt. Sorry, there's no on the hunt for Cleveland. So in the West, we got the Rockets, Thunder, Spurs, Clippers, Warriors, Lakers, Grizzlies, Blazers in the hunt. It was Dallas and Minnesota are getting back. So the playoff heat race continues. That will be a good one here tonight. So we're gonna do a wrap up here tonight for to finish them off. So that should be good. So that'll do it. So we're gonna be next game. We're off the AT&T Center in San Antonio, featuring the round 2 of the NBA Finals rematch. It's gonna be LeBron James of the Miami Heat take on Tim Duncan of the San Antonio Spurs, and followed by the second game here in LA, California. We got the 2 of the Pacific rivalry. It's Chris Paul and Blake Griffin of the Los Angeles Clippers take on Kobe Bryant and Steve Nash of the Los Angeles Lakers. That should be an interesting game here in LA. So that'll do it for now. This is Andre Kenshin, and congratulations to Game 4 of the NBA Finals belongs to the Oklahoma City Thunder, and are now even the series at 2 over the Pacers, 111-104. And now it's going to be wrapped up here tonight as the Portland Trail Blazers defeat the Atlanta Hawks here at the home of the Rose Garden in Portland, 116-111. This is Andre Kenshin say song from Rose Garden in Portland, Oregon. We'll see you later for another doubleheader once again as we approach the end of the doubleheader, because we'll have to back to school for now. It's going to be end of the night. So we'll see you tomorrow for the last game of doubleheader or not, because if they have the school begins on June 16 as of Philippines. So once again, we'll see you tomorrow for the Miami Heat and the San Antonio Spurs, followed by the Los Angeles Clippers and the Los Angeles Lakers. Sign up and peace out. Good night, and reminder, we'll see you tomorrow for another doubleheader. First game here in AT&T Center. We got the Miami Heat and the San Antonio Spurs, followed by the second game here at the Staples Center in LA. We got the Los Angeles Clippers and the Los Angeles Lakers. It's time to say sign up and peace out. Good night, and we'll see you tomorrow for another doubleheader. We'll wrap up. Sign up and peace out. Good night, and thanks for watching. Peace.